which would be very weird.
Yeah.
Why have I got this here on? This is the one I want to put on, so I can hear you. That kind of makes the point of it. While we wait for people to filter on in. I haven't seen anything that leaps out in Brandon. Although I have been feeling a little less guilty. I watched a video about how it's physically impossible to boycott Amazon if you use the internet. And since then I felt a little less guilty about making our money off of the site that is Twitch.
Can down.
The little playlist was called like Samurai Ninja Jams to slave foes to.
I do.
How are you doing, friend? Watto, good evening. Hello. Chrono, Numbers, Aaron, Watto. I'm doing better, friends. I'm doing better. Good news and stories aplenty. Wow, that wasn't even a sentence.
No, it wasn't.
That was a run-up at a... That was like
a shoot and a miss.
That was throwing yourself into the bull pit. The balls are words.
At home having a sick day.
Oh, well,
I
Fun
hope
Spectre.
you feel better.
Yeah. Cost some healing vibes. We're having a little tea and hangouts. It's extremely hot, isn't it?
Set that down.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Jarlan, it's going to be hella late for you, friend. How are you doing? Oh, sweet mercy in a cup. This is needed. Van Beast.
I'm doing my ab workout.
I have a feeling this will end poorly. The Dreamer, Divitaria. Actually, did I say hi to Graphite Sparrow? I hope I did. Watto, friends. Oh no! Well, Jarlan, I can't help you with Final Fantasy XIV. I need to start playing it. Which I do actually have on the docket with Kyle at some point. But I got some good news, and I wanted to explain, I guess, a little bit about what happened last day or so. Well, I guess it was kind of brewing from, I don't know.
I don't know.
Because it was brewing from Sunday. So that was not in a good way Sunday. And yeah, Shackled, you're kind of sneaking a stream in. Soviet Watto. Earl Watto. Jarlan's like, you well? Do I need to, and I quote, bite a bitch for bothering you?
Who wants to sing?
Hey,
it's you. Thank you for that host. I get to thank you in real time. Yeah, oh, the dual banjo stylings. So yeah, we'll give everybody a chance to potter on in. I hope you're all having a good evening. I know this is a little late for my usuals, but like I said, I had some real cool news that I can now talk about, which I've been quietly
brewing on.
Yeah, and I'm a little nervous, I've got to admit. But I think there's only one line of my stuff out there, so Numbers is saying that Genshin Impact continues to be very fun. I'm real happy, yo.
Everybody's liking it.
Yeah. I watched a 3-minute video of... I think one of the things I'm enjoying about Genshin Impact is they're actually keeping it pretty... I don't want to say fast and loose, but... there's one video that I've watched that had me cackling, which is someone who's playing as one of the small chibi characters, and there's this guy with a sniper rifle being like, ha-ha! But every time they shoot over their head because the character's too small. So it's just this little child walking up at this guy, and he's like, oh no! Jumps back, shoots over the top of their head.
Oh god!
Please be careful. There is a lot
I
of
have
tea
big
involved.
fat knees. Oh, yes. I cut hairs off Will's hair. He let me cut 4 inches off earlier. So he's got nice healthy hairs now.
Yep. Fiona did my undershave, helped me top my beard up. And Hookshot chatting. Hey, chat to me. Hey, Hookshot. Sorry, I should say proper hello to Lady Lecter, Hookshot, Rhymes with Moose, Wandering Gamer, Mr. Square Peg, all of you. Good evening and what ho, friends. So yeah, just letting everybody have a second to potter in. I should probably bring up links and stuff. Here's me being There's the devs and the details. And there's the Steam page. Alright. So I get to show you all my cool stuff in a second.
Yeah.
And I'm with Hookshot on this one. Your knees are wonderful. Don't.
My terrible big knees.
You have glorious knees.
I've never heard anybody refer to my knees as glorious. What's wrong with the words?
It's because you and I haven't, like, we've been potato mode.
Wording is hard.
Yeah. Let's have another go at that one. I understand you probably never had someone call your knees wonderful before.
Yes.
But feck it. That's where we're at tonight. Yeah, as Jarlan says, near is pretty glorious. Yeah, that's near. I thought that was funny. Vanderbeest, head of house order, thank you kindly. Refilling the little pint glass. Though I do... You know what? I'm not going to finish that sentence because I know what happens. But, so, Wandering Gamer, Watto. Steve's officially been released for Smash. Okay. Sagathan, Watto. Tarlicus, Watto. Kisa, Watto, and saying, oh, Pete, you look so nice. Can confirm, looks even better IRL. Oh.
I just dribbled a little tea because I was afraid of it being too warm.
I will teach you the ways of tea. Oh, Wandering saying it's their birthday tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Nice. I mean, tomorrow we'll have the rat hordes, like, careening around the Warhammer world, so...
Congrats on birth.
Yeah, so...
Birthdays!
So we'll be able to have a little Lizard Man buffet, or Beastman if you prefer. We're doing full catering.
I'd stick my finger in the tea. You know what?
To be classy.
It's still warm. That's a good idea.
Don't diddle your tea. That is not the correct way to test the temperature.
That's how I'm gonna do it from now on.
And Deus, thank you for the come by and wave. Alright, Deus, while you're here for a few seconds, basically, the game I did VO for has a Steam page up and it's official.
Yeah!
I'm
super excited.
So, I mean, obviously, please wishlist the heck out of this game.
Yes.
But also, it's out in like 9 days.
Yeah.
So I'm a little nervous. I put all my... No, Lecter!
Tea diddlers!
Do not diddle the tea. Yeah, so I've dropped it into chat. It's the DreadX Collection 3. After DreadX Collection 2, I was like, hey, I want to help and do stuff. And they were looking for another VO person. Star put me forward, and Ted was like, all right, let's get the British lad on there. Yeah, so...
Yeah, he got to be part of DreadX 3.
Yeah, I worked alongside Leo... I want to say Leo Wiggins? Is it Leo Wiggins?
Yeah.
Let me check. Yeah. I worked alongside Leo Wiggins, who did a bunch of voices for Receiver, Blair Witch, a few other projects that... Oh, Heroes of Newerth. So, yeah, that's my cool little piece of news. Hookshot, it would be... Hookshot was saying that if their game had VO, they'd bring me in for it. I'd be like, oh, yes.
Wishlisted.
Oh, Jarlan says, any news of the tasters from DreadX are going to be going any further? They really want more Shatter. Nothing that I can comment on. Nothing that I can comment on. But I don't think it would be irresponsible to keep a happy hope. Shackle's like, Willimus in DreadX 3?
You gonna show him the trailer?
Oh, I guess we should do that.
Yeah. I watched part of it.
That's a good point. Let's see if there's a YouTube link of it. Wandering says, can you give us a taste of some of your lines without context? Well, I think let's see if the DreadX Collection 3 There it is. And this went out today, which is why I felt a bit bad about having a full-on crash today because, oh well, the after effects of a crash because, you know, this is feckin' glorious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Hookshot. Line 1. Don't diddle
your tea.
Just don't. Okay. Lecter just yelling, diddle every tea! No.
I diddled my tea.
Yeah, and I'm horrified, but you're here keeping me company, and I'm real grateful for that. All right. Okay. Smooth Japanese beats. I need you to calm for a second. Okay.
Into the warm tea. Into the warm tea.
This is what you have unleashed. And friends, if you don't know the story behind that, Lecter and Fiona have been torturing me with that song since we did the Lecter rescue.
Yeah. It's a little pitchy.
It's a little pitchy.
Just a little pitchy.
Yeah, see, Pun Spectre, that's how you do it properly. Don't diddle your tea, you sip it slowly, in a tease. Do the old...
I'm gonna just keep sticking my finger in it because it's gonna save my the inside of my mouthpiece.
This is the kind of heresy that I have to work with. Oh.
Ha ha.
Shackle, don't. Why would you encourage this? Shackle and Vanderbeest, like, thank you for the bits. Don't reward me for being an idiot. And Tal, you're right. I completely missed the pun that was laid out there. Anyway, who wants to watch a trailer with my dumb face in it?
Okay, you gotta put it over there though.
I do. Get it all set up. Doing it proper. Doing it proper like. Alright, so this is the DreadX Collection 3 trailer with my dumb voice.
Your dumb voice.
Gosh, even the graveyard here is cute. Sure hope nothing spooky happens.
Why would something spooky happen? I don't know what this one with the horse is, but it worries me. Pet the dog! Oh yeah, Hookshot, this tune absolutely slaps. The Spookware one looks fun. It's basically Spooky WarioWare.
Huh.
Yours! There's only one line of my voiced noise. Was it just doing another? Okay.
Oh wait.
Nah. It was giving it a go. Get the smooth jams back on. So yeah, that was my cool little news. Last week ended up Fiona helped us build like a makeshift recording box here to get some nice clean audio. We did all of it, so we did it in 2 sessions. We did the trailer stuff and like a read through of it all, sent that in, and then me and Leo just sat down one evening and just fucking banged it out. And it was real cool because I actually got to work directly with him. Like, we were on a Discord call while recording our stuff over here, and it was cool having someone to bounce off of. Like, that was real fun. I definitely want to do more silliness like that, for sure. I was gonna put it for this weekend, but
I mean, I will tell you that it was really quiet. Like, for you doing voiceover work,
Sagathan saying they're gonna have to head out. Oh, what did? Because I've not been in a good state today. Fiona had basically nursed me back to health like a rescue dog. So I've missed all of the stuff.
Don't know.
And Sagathan, well, like, thank you for, like, if you don't mind me being a cheeky mother hubbard and just linking the game I'm in. Yeah, Keith, VO work is fun, but when I've done it in the past, I've just been in a silent audio booth, just talking a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
So, it was nice, like, working directly with someone.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like, just reading off lines from a script and occasionally having someone kind of go in your ear being like, can you do that again from the top and be a little bit more British? It's like, alright. Just be a little more British. I need you to sound like you're Roman, but you know, like that thing that people think Romans sound like. So, like, I've only done it a couple times, so I'm not like some kind of fecking noise face thing savant. Hookshot's like, alright, you tosspot. Is there a more British term than tosspot? I don't think so.
Cowbag.
Cowbag's definitely up there.
I mean, that one literally made me stumble laughing.
Tanari Wow called the devil a cowbag, and it nearly caused you to, like, eat it while trying to cross the road.
It would have been the equivalent of, like, an entire beer all over someone else. Just...
Yep. And yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango. Thank you, Vanderbeest. Accelerating to 40 miles per wolf hour. Only 3 people will get that. I understand that. Oh, actually, and Hookshot, I have seen that one of Henry Cavill and Simon Pegg doing British, the British slang. It's pretty good. Though Cavill's posh as. Oh.
I'll have to look more into that later.
Nichiyobi, what ho, friend.
Hello, hello.
Tea time, casual chats. I'm just telling everybody my good news. Oh, and as Skylark's come in, I get to say again. So, Skylark, I got to do some VO stuff for a video game, and it's out.
Your voice is gonna be in a video game.
And the page is up on Steam.
Wish list the shit out of it.
Actually, let's quickly look on the page to see what I can say. Yeah, no, it says on the about this game. So yes, I'm going to be playing the role of living alien consciousness, Prometheus. I can't really say much more other than it was so much fun to do. Very, very, like, very over the top in a real good way. Oh, and this collection as well. Kisa's like, don't do a spoil. It's alright. It's on the Steam page.
Yeah, you can literally read it.
What's real cool is the lineup of people who are doing stuff for this. So Triple Duke's back, the guy who did like tall, knife, tall. And also, for those of you who remember Lost in Vivo, Kira, the developer of that, is going to be part of this collection. Now, I don't know who's making what. There was one of them where you seem to be serving ice cream in like an abandoned, super haunted, like fucking amusement park, which looked genius and terrifying. Moose says, but my question is this: does this mean you're gonna be streaming a game in which you're doing VO? Yep, it's Willimus all over again. Though that clip where I ended up laughing and then my character does exactly the same laugh in Sonic, that haunts me. It's like, have I become that predictable? Nichiobi, thank you, yo. So yeah, that was one of the things that I was working on behind the scenes last week or so.
Cool.
It was a lot. It was a lot to do, and I know you kept hearing me go "fuck" from the other room as I kept making mistakes in the edit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I recorded it here, so I had to like remove all any noise in the background and whatnot. And Hornet, good evening to you. What ho, friend?
It's warm.
Yeah.
And drinking tea. How do you do this?
It's the British way. Mad Dogs and Englishmen and all that. Nishiobi is asking if it was a challenge to do it in a home studio. It was. I'm lucky that from doing Rally Point for as many years as I did, I have mastered the art of making shite audio sound less shite. And let us not forget that Darren Korb, like the audio guy from Supergiant, did most of their early stuff in a wardrobe. Like, there are ways. There are ways. Fiona helped me build, like, essentially a small voice box to take any of the echo out. And Shackle's like, wait, are you the voice at the start of the trailer? That's me. We did, like 19 pages of dialogue. So, like, I'm a little nervous because I don't know if what I did is good, but it's certainly going to be there. And again, like, I got to work with Leo, who is an incredible voice actor. And Leo's stuff on Receiver is probably one of the best parts about that game. So, yeah, that's kind of been. Hornet says, why does Stream not have an echo, but other things do, even if you use the same mic? It's due to audio encoding. If you're talking about me, it's because when I stream, I have the sensitivity turned way down. Because I have a tendency to be very loud. I don't know if you've noticed. But I find it easier to turn everything way the heck down and be loud, rather than have to deal with, like, my voice echoing off the monitors or the back wall and stuff like that. What are you doing? No, this is a bad idea. Okay, it worked.
Flawless.
Flawless victory.
I just kind of was done.
You were done with tea, and that's okay. Are you coming back?
Possibly.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit up here 'cause it's very warm.
You are certainly hot, my dear. Snappy banter. I've got it. Now, I know this is the point where you're gonna start arming shoes to lob at my head, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I want to apologize for today. Like, I had basically a big old meltdown yesterday, and I think it was brewing for a few days, and I was very much suffering the effects of it today, so I do want to apologize. Like, I know I say this a lot, but it's like, I do take your time seriously, friend. I don't take it for granted. And I know it's ridiculous to say this, but it feels like I'm letting you lot down when I have these. But I guess I wanted to talk about it. Like, I wanted to talk about where I was coming from, why it kind of threw me for a loop. Because it's been a thing I've been dealing with for a long ass time. So yeah, friends, pour yourself a cuppa and buckle in for a wee bit of story time. So yeah. Now don't worry, I'm physically and emotionally fine. Oh, Lecter's gonna grab a booch. Well, I know you and Fiona were gonna do like a wine and shopping hangout, which sounds kind of cool. Night Valen says, Sir, this is out of your schedule. What happened? Well, good news again, Night Valen, as you just got in, is my video game. No, okay, the video game which I have done VO for has a Steam page and a trailer, and it is out. Please wishlist it. I had a big old crash last night, and I've been saying thank you to Fiona all day, but she basically nursed me back to health today like one would a rescue dog. Like, she did my hair, I look like a human, she took me to get a coffee in the outside world, obviously safely, masks, hand sanitizer, the whole shebang. We got a nice sarnie, like, it was good, but oh wow, it's like whenever we got to talk about serious stuff, Like, whenever I want to be talking about, like, video game nonsense, I'm like... And I guess it's not serious stuff. It's a lot of stuff that, you know, most of you know, like, piecemeal or little bits of. You know what I mean? So... Feck. things that are difficult to talk about. I'm okay.
No, I'm coming in to help.
It's just getting started on it, you know?
Yeah. But you have someone to look at and speak to.
I mean, I've pretty much told you everything.
Yeah. None of this is news to me. But...
Okay, so friendos, as you know, many moons ago, I was brought on board to run the streaming side of things for Extra Credits. They were making a big push onto Twitch. I'd known that whole team for ages, and I was brought on board to bring that to fruition. It was a full paid position, like. I think the agreement was they had like enough money to pay me for like, I think it was 6 months to try and get it up to a sustainable level.
Yeah.
I was not there for 6 months. Now the rest of stuff I'm sure you've either read or know, or I've drunkenly talked your ear off about. That like behind the scenes everything was a rancid shitstorm. Like James had. It turned out he was a horrible piece of work, and the effect that he was having on those around him was feckin' awful. Unfortunately, as the guy responsible for the Twitch channel, I was at like point ground bloody zero. God, that I could wax lyrical on stories for feckin' ages. Oh, Hookshot's like first time I knew some Extra Credits. Oh yeah,
A lot of people came over from that.
yeah, a lot of the OG peeps, because like I did video stuff for Floydo and peeps. I was the dev side responsible for Extra History starting, because that was the thing we did for Rome 2 as a sponsored video. And like I was digi friends with all of these people. I had no idea what it was going to be like getting in there. Oh, Mecha Noel, good evening. I'm doing some chats, I'm doing some stories. But I'm going to keep spamming the link to the DreadX collection because that's my good news. I can keep coming back to the good news. So yeah, this is all stuff that you know. When everything all came to a head and exploded, they fired me super publicly. Well, I say they. It was very much the hand of James, who... I don't know if he ended up being the sole owner. I think he brought someone else on board.
I have no idea.
Soviet's like at that part. I knew Will before he was on Extra Credits Club. Yeah! Soviet, OG friend. Yeah, so they fired me hella public and put me through the ringer, which is... Yeah, which
Very
happened...
Professional.
I mean, that's another kettle of monkeys. But that's how I ended up on Ket Sofa. Well, that's also part of my... Feck. I'm telling this story all out of whack. I had it down pat when I was in the shower earlier. Aw, that's way cool. I was the one that handed Earl his green game plush.
Aww.
Oh, Moose, you feckin' ledge. Yeah, Night Valen, I miss Ket so much. Yeah. Well, this isn't a bad story. Like, this doesn't have a dark ending.
No, it has a very good ending now.
It does. But I feel like I'm leaping around on this story.
A little bit.
Shower thoughts. You never remember them when you need them. Feckin' right.
Right.
And caffeine. Good evening, dude. Okay, breathe.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
That's a full-on 12-month.
1 year ago I made a decision. That decision was this scrawny dude needs a sandwich. I can spare $5 a month to support the Feedwell Foundation.
Oh!
Jim, you fucking legend. I mean, feckin' thank you.
Lecta, they do make, like, shower whiteboards. We should just get a shower whiteboard. It's basically it's a waterproof pen that you can write on a whiteboard and it stays up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Although I have a counter suggestion for you. It's a box of wine that you have to write an idea on the side to unlock a glass of water. A glass of wine. Punchback, I had a delicious sarnie today, so I'm doing real good.
We had a good day.
Okay. So let's do the story proper.
Yes.
Let's do the story proper. So a lot of you the reason why I started streaming was after I got fired, I was at Cat's place, and he let me use his PC during the day. That's actually why I streamed during the day, because that's when Ket was working, so I could use his rig, and it was real cool. There's no way I could have known that fucking 2 years and change later I'd be doing this and hanging out with you all on the daily. Like, the end of this story isn't really an end, it's more...
And so we're here.
It's... Okay. So I need to talk about what happened, the little explosions in my life that happened around getting fired by EC, and the shady shit that James pulled, or at least tried to pull. I haven't talked about this before because of these reasons. I have been trying to get proper legal action on this one. I've been trying for a couple years, and the statute of limitations date is coming up, and as you can tell, nothing's happened. I've jumped between a couple of different lawyers. The first one I went to then recommended me to another one, and I've mostly was working with, what's the term where they take their fee out of your ending bit?
Pro bono.
Yeah, pro bono peoples. It's a mistake, I can't afford a regular lawyer. These things happened. See, Nichiyobi, I'll get to that in a second.
Baseball bat, is that legal enough?
I mean... But, I've not been talking about all this because I've been trying to do it the right way. It's not happened, it's not gonna happen. There isn't enough time for me to find another person and get it before... Because it's 2 years after it happens, you can contest it. Now, what I was going for was unpaid wages, because they held back a bunch of my pay in exchange for me signing a non-disparagement agreement, which would mean that anything I said about... And this was the things named, specifically James Portnow, or anything involving extra credits on my time there, anything I said would be at his approval. And if I said anything considered disparaging, then they'd be able to, take the legal bat to me. And I'm like, excuse me, wet? Excuse me, wet? Oh. So... No, you all are being lovely. I'm sorry, I will get back to comments and stuff. I'm trying to tell the story. Everyone's being feckin' lovely.
Yeah.
So, the reason why I hadn't talked about it was because I was trying to do it the right way. Now that's not going to happen. They're just like, you suck! Is that better? Better.
Department of Labor. That's not a bad idea. I don't know how that works. Because you didn't fill out a W-2 with them, did you?
No.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Now, I've learned a lot about this stuff. Please don't... Well, wait till you hear the story before deciding, because there's a point that I'm dancing around. Now, we also need to talk about bad will. We need to talk about before the crash will as well, to, why I got fired, why that stuff happened. I have talked about this a little bit with you all, but none of this is hidden or obfuscated. I was going off the rails for years in the lead up to coming to Seattle. I was cheating on my partners recklessly. I was doing so many drugs. So many drugs. Which I do not condone the use of illegal substances. But there are some stories I can't tell you on Twitch. After my mother got sick and then eventually passed away, I did none of the healthy things. I internalized it all and kept telling everybody I was fine. I was in a committed relationship with about 3 people, most of whom were unaware of each other. Like, I was feckin' bad. And it all came to a head, right at the end of GDC, I want to say GDC 18?
Yeah, it was here before we met.
Yeah. Where all of the people who I'd been treating so poorly found out about each other. Now, again, and again, friends, I'll get to conversations in the chat. You know, I love talking with you all. I think I just gotta go through this.
Get it out.
Yeah. Now, again, none of this is obfuscated. I was real shitty to the people who were closest to me for feckin' ages, and I could sit and tell you that it's because of bad stuff that was happening in my life, but the truth of the matter is, like, I left a crater in a bunch of people's lives because I wasn't dealing with my stuff. And to reel a topic, I'll be with you in just a moment. God, we've got so many lovely people in. I'm trying to distract myself. So,
Keep going.
what I did with all... Oh, thank you for the follow. So what happened with all of that was a massive old implosion, alongside all of the nonsense that was happening of desperately trying to keep EC stuff together while it was... Sorry, I lost my train of thought. What I was just trying to say was that, like, I have been lucky that when everything was a big old crash, I had people that held me accountable for my bullshit in the past, but stuck with me. And I will never be able to say enough thank yous to those people. Like, no one let Will off his shenanigans. And
I mean, good friends are the ones that are going to do that for you, though. Those are the people that are going to stick around.
Hells yeah. Then a week after that, I got fired by EC. Now, the reason that happened was one of the individuals who I had treated so very poorly made an air quotes anonymous complaint about me. Which, what was hilarious is that I saw the whole interaction back and forth because James is a fucking idiot and left his Facebook. You know that thing where you sign into Facebook so much that it pops up in like in the UI of everything.
Yeah.
So I'm there doing a show and I'm seeing all the messages pop up and I had to be like, no, just take a second. Anyway, See, at this point, also, I didn't know, like, no one knew Floydo was leaving. The behind the scenes was real weird. But after it all came to a head, I sat down at the big old coffee shop up in Capitol Hill, the big Starbucks. Mm-hmm. I talked to Fred, who, again, I'll never be able to say enough thank yous. Because Fred was very much oh no, you've been a shit human and you've done bad.
Yeah.
But I'm here to make sure that you don't do bad more.
Because, well, that's the difference between, like, a bad person who does bad things and a good person who's not in a good way. Because that's what I've been trying to drill home with you anytime you feel bad about it. Like, yes, you did a bad thing, but, again, it doesn't make you a bad person.
Yeah. Now, I'm also going to say that I don't resent that partner for taking a swing at me like that, because I love my work. You know, I didn't know I could have this. I could have all of you lot. I thought extra credits doing that. I thought that was the closest I was going to get to having a group of people I could talk to like this. Turns out I was wrong. So, yeah. Yeah, Night Valen's right. Sometimes a nun got to kick a person in the nuts, and it was mine that needed kicking.
Yep.
So after the anonymous complaint went through, I was like, look, sent an email to Dan and James just being like, this is what happened. I did a bad. If you need me to, like, I will step away. Because again, at that point, still really believed in the idea. I still believed in extra credits as being this bastion of good and trying to do right out there. Ha! Boy, was I, well, not wrong, but we'll get to that. I'd never heard back from the email. They fired me and put me on blast the next day. While I was in the bath as well. So, yeah, they ended up sharing a bunch of, like, my, like, not bank detail numbers, but a bunch of stuff about my my financial situation and nonsense like that. So that's when I was
I went back and read.
So that's when I started looking into getting some legal help and stuff. Turns out that the thing that they sent me, the non-disparagement agreement, with an agreement to pay me the rest of my back pay once I had signed it, turns out that's really bad, especially in the state of Washington. Fun fact, even if you are an illegal immigrant in the state of Washington, you still have to get paid.
Yeah.
So, things I learned about.
I mean, I think that's even more I think that's, like, not even just a Washington thing. I think that's a lot of the U.S.
Yeah. Now, the rest of this story is things you'll know little snippets about, like, all of the core people left extra credits and went on their separate ways. Like, I don't know anyone's situation, nor can I comment on it, but looking at the weight of the document that was put in front of me, the non-disparagement agreement, that I didn't have anything left to lose. Like, I was broke in another country. I'd burned every relationship that I had, and it was only thanks to Ket and Ket's family for giving me a sofa to sleep on that I wasn't fucking destitute. Like, the only difference between me and people living in tiny pop-up tents around the greater Seattle region is Ket's family. And
You're so nice.
Oh yeah, no.
Ket's mom is so nice.
She is legitimately lovely.
She's so lovely.
I'll never be able to thank them enough for that. Anyway, so that's when I started trying to, like, look into some legal action and stuff like that. Like, I felt I wasn't going to make any cash off of it because it was pro bono, which meant that the lawyer would have taken most of everything.
You wanted that last swing on your way out that was gonna make you feel better.
Yeah.
Like, about the time that you got into EC, I was in another job as well, and we left at about the same time for about the same reasons.
Yeah.
And, like, mine was in my dog grooming career. So I was a dog groomer up until very recently. That was my career for a little while. And
sorry, I just saw this, like, Caffeine, when he came to pick me and Ket up for TwitchCon, like, the 6-foot, 280-pound tank of a human walks in, and Ket's mum, was like friends and family within 5 minutes. It was lovely.
And Daydream and Nice, you're a dog walker.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean...
And Graphite, like, it's when that's lovely of you to say, but Graphite, I do just want to quickly say that that's a huge thanks to all of you lot as well. Like, you'll have been the greatest of influences, and yes, if I hadn't...
He's had you since he was at his lowest, living on Ket's sofa.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to say.
Like, you lot have been with me there since absolute, like, rock bottom upwards, and so when I get all teary and shit when you lot do stuff, that's why that hits so hard.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get into that one. Anyway, so...
And I can confirm, our nice person, good peoples.
I'm trying.
Good peoples. You wouldn't be allowed in this house if I didn't think you were good peoples.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Your bullshit radar is.
But, aww, spit bomb.
Making a splash.
But, yeah,
Fiona is
I mean...
imposter, protecting other imposter. Fuck, hookshot.
It's too real. Too real.
And Night Valen, I'm real glad. And to reel the topic, as Caffeine and Peeps were saying, usually I'm way more upbeat and stuff, so come on by tomorrow. We're going to have some rats killing lizard men with increasingly ridiculous things.
He's usually a little bit more articulate.
Topic it is.
Topic. Got it.
That's a good handle. So yeah, like, the reason why I'm talking about all this now is because essentially I'm doing like I'm doing a big old farewell. Not to you lot. Fuck, I need to phrase that way better. Fuck. More tea.
Basically, it's what I was talking with you about earlier this morning, is there comes a time when you have to kind of, if you've been holding on to something long enough, because that was something I told you I needed to do with my job when I was a dog groomer, because I was to the point where the trauma I had from that job and how they basically, the job that I had, the month that they fired me, they basically told me that if I didn't go get therapy or some kind of help for my depression, they were gonna fire me. And they did, and I had no proof of it.
Oh, Vanderbeest, you terror.
So basically...
And Spark Part is correct.
Yeah.
Everything.
Basically, I told you what I had to finally do over the summers. I left dog grooming altogether. I dove into community management head first because I was unhappy. And I didn't realize that I needed to let it go until it was like, I just need to let the whole thing go.
Yeah.
Let it go. Let it go.
And now you're officially...
I'm Team Toad House's community manager, and I've had 2 community management gigs before this, and I have been doing this for 5 years, but I was never...
While everyone else may be chill this evening, House Carl has no chill.
But I basically, the same thing, like, you've got to let that part of your life go, and just be done with it.
It's the thing that I was saying to you, like, and I promise... This is a happy story. This isn't a Will's teeny tiny pity party. I got chucked out when I was like 18, 19, and I'll level with you, friends. Hate kept me alive. It's real hard to be chronically depressed when you're real mad. And I vilified my family. Like, now, I still am not happy that they chucked me out my ass. It was not a good way of things, but I held on to that hate for a long time. I essentially created almost like a fictitious version of my parental unit and demonized them. And I hate to say it kept me going, but like a lot of stuff, you know, I think I described it to Fiona like water wings after you've learned how to swim. Like, they helped when I needed them, but it was time to let them go, and I did. And I need to do that. And it's hard, because letting it go with everything that happened with extra credits feels like letting James Portnow off the hook. Like, it feels like I am doing a disservice to all the people that he's fucked over and all the people he will fuck over. But then I realized that there's no gotcha moment. There's no aha. There isn't a grand victory. And that I've just been holding on to hate for the sake of it. So I had my little breakdown over the last couple of days because I realized that, like, I only have, like, a little bit of time left to do anything legally. And I think that I need to not. Like, I think it just needs to be done. You know? I think that's the right thing to do. And I've been fishtailing for a couple days. You know, the VO stuff and the other work stuff kept me focused. But once that was done, like Sunday, I was a cranky asshole. And Monday, I don't know, I went manic. Like, I was doing things left, right, center, and doing this thing here, and this thing here, and blah, 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 blah. And then it was like, oh, I've got cabin fever. Let's go outside. And I ended up just drinking myself stupid last night, and I was trying everything to calm down and get a handle on it, and nothing was working. So yeah, I guess that's why I wanted to come talk to you all. This is why I wanted to have this conversation, because Well, and Jim, and I know Squarepeg was saying it as well, but I think I want to just let it. Like, yes, it would be nice to get the $6,000 of back pay that they held to ransom till I'd signed a fecking non-disparagement agreement. But
this is for DICKS and DICKS alone. Feel better.
Favor 6 I do already, but you have made a specific thing, and I will make sure that it's turned into Dick's Hamburgers. I want to just be done with it. Like, maybe I could go to a Department of Labor, maybe I could find another lawyer, maybe I could do something, but it's like, each time you sit down with a new legal rep, you have to go through it all again, and feck me, it wrecked me sideways, having to go through every instance, every element, like, re-go over all the emails, the DMs, the receipts, the bullshit. I can't anymore. And I think that's okay. I think it's okay to be done with it, you know? I am so lucky that I've been able to keep so many friends who haven't let me off my bullshit, but like, I still get to talk to Floydo and DJ and Lil and Soraya and Echo. And I know I get real internal. Like, sometimes I realize I haven't messaged them in like 2 or 3 months, despite checking our little group chat like every day 3 times. The heart and soul of that group of people, which I loved so much, is still there. I still have those peeps. Hell, for what I understand, DJ and Floydo are playing feckin' Bloodborne co-op on DJ's channel right now. Okay, we haven't had Floydo on the show as much as, but he is a chronic workaholic. Like, I don't care how EC is doing or does anymore. I've got all of you lot. I get to spend my days hanging out and chatting with everyone. Like, and there's like 50 of you cool kids hanging out. I gave you no notice I was jumping on. And today, when I was just broken, I know I didn't respond, but Caffeine, I'm allowed, let me have this. Yes, accusing Dan Floyd of working too hard is very hypocritical of me. Hook saying they unsubbed after Floydo left. Yeah, we didn't know that was happening. Like, we had no idea. And he's never spoken about it with me. So, all we can do is guess on that one. But, and the thing, Hookshot, what was so surreal about that was that James just replaced everyone with his little group of friendos. Like, that's what he'd been trying to do a lot with the Twitch side of stuff. And when the heart and soul of everything left, James just copy-pasted his friendos in. They even got another Will with beard and long hair to host their Twitch channel afterwards. And I was like, ah. Oh, and Wandering Gamer, Extra Credits is a YouTube channel that I was kind of an orbiting friend of for a very, very long time. It's a whole heap of a story. Dan Floyd originally did some, like, there were some of the first, like, YouTube breakdown videos of, like, you know, game development, design theory, that kind of stuff. Pun Spectre, thank you. And, like, Soraya's a feckin' legend and an incredible human. Lil drags herself over the coals constantly about her skills, despite being a world-class artist. DJ couldn't be more humble and zen as a person, despite being incredible. You know, Echo did everything that she did whilst raising a kid. Like, solo mom. Like, that's feckin' badass. Friends, I ain't even top tier of that group. You know what I'm saying? Emmons, Lily. It was just such a great it is a great group of people. That heart is still there. I really like that. It's not gone. But I just want to be done with it. And so I think it's time to let go of rage and hate. You know? The thing about being a nasty, manipulative person is that it eats you from the inside. Like, friends, I have been... From the bad times in my life, like, the manners and excuses that I came up with for myself to justify my shitty behavior, like, it was like mental gymnastics. It was exhausting. Just the lack of trust, the constant lies and bullshit. If I hadn't had it all come to a head, I worry what would have happened. I mean, it always had to. These things never last, right? And all I can imagine is that all the horrible things that he's done and all the excuses and lies he's told himself, James that is, all I can imagine is that that is eventually going to eat him from the inside out. But I do reserve the right to refer to him as Jimothy Shitbones still. And I will for a long time. But, yeah, so, Pun Spectre, thank you. You lot mean the world to me, and you are far more important than a 2-year-old grudge with a, you know, let's face it, like yeah. Soviet with scream of unending imposter syndrome. Oh yeah, no, it's like a... Oh, Schlorpfiend, as I call them. Lovely, lovely. But that is also why I wanted to come apologize to you all, because I should have talked to you about this sooner. I guess I didn't know it was getting to me until I had my big old crash last night. Oh yeah, and Caffeine, you're right. You can dislike someone all you like, just don't hate them. Hate will fester and spread. And I have no reason to hold on to that anymore. You know what I mean? Now, Mechanoel, welcome back. So yeah, that's what I wanted to chat to you all about. And, like, if you ever want to ask questions about me during the bad times or stuff along that, like, I'm not saying I'm going to want to chat about it every 5 minutes, but, you know, now that Operation Soggy Lettuce is basically done and dusted. We called it Soggy Lettuce because, what was it? Was it Secret Cabbage? Was the war in triplicate? Oh, and Squarepeg, what it was an offer to pay me my back wages in exchange for signing a non-disparagement agreement. So I'd already been fired, and then I was sent the non-disparagement agreement to sign with the proviso that I'd get the other half of my back pay. So, yeah, that's some shady shit right there. That's called extortion. Second right. Sackle said, I would call it soggy lettuce. Sauerkraut? Sour grapes? Yeah, we needed a code name for it that I could let the mods know if I was going to be having a bad time about stuff. Jim, thank you for the 100 bits. You'd have to ask Fiona, but yeah, I am still full corgis and trench coat. Have been the whole time. That's why, you know, I got my hair did, got hosed down, a bit of food. I'm a simple creature. Technically, I'm 4 simple creatures. Yeah, oh, Soggy Lettuce is plain gross, right? I thought it was an apt code name. I just can't remember what the code name was for. Baron Sheep made bread. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, Caffeine. Yeah, I grew a whole corgi. I've been putting them weight on. Look at this. I actually have a bit of a belly. It's great. I am 150 at the moment, and is the heaviest I've been in my life. I keep occasionally dropping back down to 145, and I'm like, come on. But I've got Oh, Zero's like, new joke. Prepare for pun-based pain. Also known as the Terror Corgi. Shit, Varials, that is an incredible name. Gerald's like, God, you like, I could throw you. Yeah, and now I'm heavy. And Shackle, I can't comment on that. I don't know. Skylark, I know what you mean, and believe me, I have felt that rage myself. But, meh. Like, that's what that's my thing here. I'm just letting go. You know what I mean? Rikami says, I see the Terror Corgi, but my chunky, hairy butt Corgi would eat you alive. True. Baron Sheep with heavy. Baron Sheep can can squat lift me and a whole other person. He's done it. Aww. Jarolam was just saying that the lightest they've been is 185. Built like a brick shithouse, and to my chagrin, I'd rather be small and cute. Hey, Jarolan, you are small and cute. Like, it's a state of being. Oh, and Baron, the big news was the stuff that I told you about, but I guess we have a few more people in chat. That I am the voice of Prometheus in the Dread X3 collection. Okay, what is with everyone with great usernames tonight? Cat Exile. That is a game that I buy on day one. Gerald's like, tell me about the rabbits again, Will. Not a deep cut, seems appropriate. Well, Gerald, have you seen we're going to do Meadow together on Saturday? So, friends, if you've got $5 to spare and want to be a squad of adorable animals solving puzzles together, we can do that. Oh my word. Moose. The voice of Prometha Willamus. Skylark says, I also want to play Cat Exile. It's like an adorable kind of like Prince of Persia, like late Prince of Persia style. It's like a cat with like the sand face, there's a proper name for it. It's the head covering combined with the long scarf that you... feckin' hell. And Catherine, congratulations on finishing your homework, good sir. I'm digging myself here, a hole here. And Captain Stephanie Barnes, what ho! I had some really cool news and I was telling some stories. The cool news is the game that I'm doing a thing with is on the Steams. It's got my voice in it, for reasons. And see, Skylark saying that with Cat Exile, would it hold the sword in its mouth? See, I thought of a cute, like, adorable cat, like, with, like on hind legs. But now I'm thinking about, like, an actual cat. And Caffeine now has 80,000 mead points. You have permission to fear. Oh, Jim Plays. And also, congrats on getting some paying VO work. I have done it before. But this is the first time, like, doing it from here and doing it just, I guess, as myself, which is real cool. It might be terrible. It might be good. I've listened to my own voice recordings of it so much, I can't tell anymore. But Leo says that I didn't do terrible, and I do take Leo's words very, very highly. Lexus, you're right. If it was terrible, they would have made me redo it. So, yeah, this is my good news. But also, friendos, I definitely want to bring us in to go watch Hero to the People, Dan Jones, in a little bit. Because, I mean, that's what I'm going to do, and it feels right, you know? It feels right. Oh, Captain Steph has a sleep study Thursday. That's the one test I'd guarantee fail. Will, try and do a sleep. What do you think I've been trying to do my whole life? Baron Sheep says, I can't tell what I sound like anymore. Feckin' right. Like, going back and listening to yourself, especially for, like, long streams, it's like, what even am I? What's an aluminum falcon? Oh, no! Well, Captain Steph, jokes aside, like, I do hope that whatever this is, it really helps. How? Nugget pouch. Oh, my word. You okay? Yep. Alright. We'll have a little family of nuggets. See, and not to be a fucking cheeseball, friends, but like, we've got our little house that looks like a, you know, the world's smallest zoo now. Since we got the aquatic installation, i.e. a hand-me-down fish tank and fishies. Look at these little nuggets. Like, I don't want to sound like a feckin' cheeseball, but I'm real happy. I have these. I have very, very lovely company. We have our little family, little squeakers. A very, very jealous dog behind, as you can see. I mean it when I say to all of you, thank you. And yep, she's got a little paws out. Like, how feckin' cute. Yeah, well, because Fiona wanted to call it a farm, but then I realised that with farms, people tend to eat them, which I'm not all about.
No. Like a petting zoo.
Yeah, like a little petting zoo. The Longship Ranch. Oh my word. So, yeah. Friends, thank you for letting me waffle on for an hour. I'm under strict instructions that I'm still to take the rest of the evening to recover.
Rest.
Yep. But I'm doing much better. I'm sorry that I'm sorry I was quiet today. Yeah. Okay, you know what I'm saying. I guess I'm just saying a big old thank you. Jarolyn says, any rat plans soon? Want to go eat the elves? Whoa.
I had rats for a long time and I love them, but...
Yeah. They are heartbreak animals, though.
I think we're at max capacity. We might be at max capacity, Game.
And until we get grandbabies.
A lot warmer in here.
Yeah, it is. So, friends, if you cast your eyes down in the doobly-doo or look at the schedule up above, we have ourselves a jam-packed week. When the pass was around, we'll move till next week. I apologise for that one. We've got Skaven tomorrow, Lucifer Within Us on Thursday, and no, that isn't Flirtations with Your Friendly Neighborhood Lucifer. That's a puzzle-solving digital demon detective game, so I'm legit gonna... Feckin' yo, Jim! As multiple Jarls are made and dethroned. I got it. Jim, you fucking legend, thank you.
Thank you so much.
To Guinea Pigs, thank you. I'm thanking you. That was 10 gift subs, y'all. So Jim, thank you. Those went to Jamarami, Ami Masashi, Sobi Masagari, Cat Exile, the video game that we all want. RK, White Hawk, Reflective Gamer, Teddy Cuddlesworth. That's a person I feel like I should know. Ryudo, and Life Action Roleplay. I like that. Cleona's having a little sing-song.
She is.
Stop clicking.
We still got to get this one bulked out. She's still little. She's still little. We've got to get her all fed up.
You can see she does her little chewies. Ouch,
yep.
Ouch. Ouch. It's mommy's cheek. Ow.
Stop that incessant clicking.
Ow.
She did a birdie. Do you want to take her back? I'll look after this one.
She just went and like pinched the side of my cheek and then went. And I was like, ooh.
Oh, and Jim, thank you. Like, Like, I hope so, but...
She's trying to make a move.
Yeah. And Graphite's like, at last I have been dethroned. Honestly, expect it to happen sooner on the Longship. You lot are already feckin' lovely. Lecter, we haven't checked to see if she's big enough yet for surgery, but she's gonna be getting there.
If they tell us that she doesn't have to have it, she might need to grow into it.
Yeah, so it might be fine.
Yeah. She might just need to grow into that chest cavity. Little one.
You got her?
Stop it.
There we go.
Oh, yes, it's very warm in here.
It is. So I'm gonna, once the gym plays alerts have gone through, I'm gonna send everybody over to DJ and Floydo, who are hanging out and playing Bloodborne together. Okay. Which, after today's story, seemed perfect.
Stop that incessant clicking.
She's biting me.
She's doing a nibbles. Oh, and later, like, Anya is the sweetest tempered little nugget. I mean, probably because she was a poorly little one.
Stop that
but
incessant clicking.
as soon as they passed me to her, I was like, I can't let this one go. Yeah, Geraldine, and like I have said this many times. I will say it a great many more. Thank you. Like, thank you. So, friendos, we'll be back tomorrow for some proper rat crushing, and we can chat about any of this or video gamey stuff or what have you. I'm gonna keep plugging the DreadX collection now because I'm emotionally invested. It does help that I really like the last two, but I haven't had hands-on with the game yet, so I'm just gonna... Oh yeah, and Jaralan, I've still got the tin over there, like over in the corner. I am looking forward to another round of cookies, let me tell you. But go get some sleep, friend. Tomorrow, the Vermintide runs, and where will I be without my strong rat advisors? Oh, but just one more time, all of you, thank you. Whether you found us after the EC debacle, whether you found us in the last 5 minutes, I love doing this. I love spending my time with you lot, and it makes me incredibly happy. And that's what matters. Not old grudges, not the terrible behavior of Jimothy Shitbones. No, that doesn't matter for fuck. This matters right here. Everyone who hangs out on the Longship Discord, everybody who comes in to watch on the daily, every lovely conversation we have, every time we get like right into the weeds about something. I'm so proud. I'm so proud to be here and do this. And I cannot thank you all enough for putting me here and keeping me here. Alright? So thank you. We should start stealing some more Longship members though, so each of you will be issued a silver coin to put in people's drinks and a kosh to steal them and drag them onto the Longship. Yes, I know that's the British Navy, but I mean, if someone gets knocked out and wakes up in an environment full of people that care about them and love them greatly, you know what? Is that bad? It's better than scurvy. Oh, Earl's like, I'm stuffing my face with dark chocolate, so I love everybody right now. Oh. Bacon Avenger's like, don't you dare go anywhere. Well, I mean, I'm going to throw everybody over to Hero to the People, Dan Jones, and Floydo, who are playing Bloodborne, but yeah. Also, I've just remembered that I still have some of Beadora's super good dark chocolate. Beadora sent a care package of dark chocolate, I think it was like last year. But chocolate in the fridge doesn't go off, so I'm just like rationing it out. It's real good. And Aaron's like, Will, consider pie shakes. Aaron, I think about pie shakes. I think about them as both a testament to man's folly and one of the best examples of humanity. Jeremy, I'm gonna say Jam Army, but I'm sure it's Jammery or Jamari. But I like Jam Army.
Stop that incessant clicking.
Greyjoy, you feckin' ledge. Greyjoy gifting a sub to Spark Plant like a fecking legend. Thank you. The pie shake is a glorious thing. Well, Aaron, when this world opens up again, you better believe we are grabbing pie shakes. It is happening. Also, I'm super hooked on Arknights now. So if anybody needs a decent mobile game that isn't hyper-sexualized and is a lot of fun to play, I got you. I think I first heard that from you, Caffeine, and you know what? I think about that a lot. Caffeine said that they just wanted to remember, to me, you don't have to be a great person. You just have to be a better one than you were yesterday. I'm like, yo, I just try and be a little bit better every day. Like, fucking yo. Oh, yeah, and Lecter, Tom cannot get back from the high seas soon enough so we can get into our starships. Although you are currently the ace pilot out of our team, so... I've got my flight stick up there. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay. So, ladies, gentlemen, and individuals of all persuasions, I'm going to throw you over to Hero to the People, Dan Jones. And like I said, that feels right. That feels right. Thank you all for understanding. Thank you all for being so good to me, especially with me having a big old wibble the last couple days. And if anyone sees Steel Fox as well, I do need to apologize to Steel because I was very brutal last night about some biz dev stuff, and I feel super guilty about that. So I am definitely going to be apologizing. Okay. I love you all. Thank you kindly. Now, let's go see some more friendos. And I'll be on Discord all evening, so you can blep at us if you fancy it. Rikami's like, thanks for the stream, Mr. Strimmer. And Fiona? Nice. Yeah. I might play some of them Vigi games. Yeah, Nichiobi, this is a proper Viking raid. Calm, certainly, but definitely with hints of raidery. Alright. I'm gonna send you all over. Well, I mean, I'm coming with. Just thank you. I'll see you all tomorrow.